Welcome back to the Show Sniper. So today I want to talk about a recent book that I just finished, Pops and Comps by Jeremy Lee. Now this book is a paperback edition. I'm not sure if there's an ebook. It's 376 pages, weighs 1.49 pounds, 6 by 9 inches by zero point 0.9 inches thick, and it retails on Amazon for $34.99. Okay, so now, first of all, the purpose of my review is just like any of my reviews. It's just to give you my honest opinion of how I felt about a certain product or service. I was not asked to promote this book in any way. So, this book I enjoyed a lot. Okay, for $34.99, I can tell you this book is a steal. Okay, there's so much information. Whether you're a young collector or an old collector, whether you're a new collector or a seasoned collector, doesn't matter. You could be collecting baseball cards or TCG cards. You'll take something from this book easily. And I consider myself a seasoned collector, but I still, picked up so much from this book. And just the way that, I just realized that there's certain ways I was looking at the market data that was wrong. And well, maybe not wrong, but there could be better ways I could evaluate certain information, and which is what this book has taught me. So, first of all, I think this book is a very easy read. Okay, I'm a very slow reader, and recently, I've been very, very busy with work, but I found this book to be a very easy read. Okay, so like I said, like even if you're buying this for a teenager, they'll easily they'll enjoy this book. Um, it's not very technical, and which is very important because in my line of work, I read a lot of like technical books or textbooks or and it can get very boring very quickly. But with this book, and even though it does talk a lot about technical analysis and figures and so forth, it's not boring at all. I mean, there's not one point in this book where I felt like, oh, I gotta take a break. I just want to keep on reading. The only thing was like I was really busy throughout the week, and so it took me about a week to finish, which is a little bit longer for a book of this size. But overall, though, I do feel that while I did finish the book, I do see myself going back to this book because it's like a textbook. Like Jeremy Lee says, like it's a book where you probably go back, in the future when you have a high dollar purchase that you want to make and just want to make sure that it's the right purchase and at the right price, and that's what this book can help you. I think that, I don't know Jeremy personally, but I feel like after reading this book, though, it's like having a friend or like a friend that is a very seasoned collector giving you very useful advice on your next purchase. That's exactly how it feels. So yeah, I really strongly recommend for any collector to read this book and to have this book in their shelves. And it's also, it probably makes a good gift if you have a collector in the family. I enjoyed it very much, like I said. And so if you want, oh, and the other thing is, prior to this book, I actually have not read any books about sports cards. And because I enjoyed this book so much, I decided to pick up two other books. One is Midlife's Card Collecting Stories by Craig Miller, which is a fairly new one. And the second one was also recommended by a viewer of Jeremy during his Sports Card Live show on YouTube, which is The Card by Michael O'Keefe and Terry Thompson, which is a book about the T206 Wagner. So, yeah, go get Pops and Comps because it's a very enjoyable read and I bet you'll love it. And that's it for today. Talk to you guys soon. Bye now.